Hey, what's up guys? It's Pat here from Lab 243, and today I want to tap into why you must have a morning routine. And you have no option for success if you don't have a morning routine. But before we get into this video, I want you guys to hit the like button and more importantly, hit that subscribe button. You guys would be doing us a good favor so we can continue to put high quality free content out there so we can just impact everybody and help everybody from all aspects. You got fitness, you got mental health, finances, personal development. So hit that like button, please hit that subscribe button as well, and support our channel. We greatly appreciate it. All right, so how we're gonna start this off is we're going to play a game of visualization. And what I want you to visualize, I want you to visualize yourself waking up at a good time, let's say 5:30. You got 6, 7, even 8 hours of sleep the night before. You feel rested. You wake up and you just start stacking wins. You say, hey, you know what, I set the time to work out. I set a time to pray or meditate. I set a time to reach out to family. I set some time apart to have breakfast with my family or even by yourself. I set time to, listen to my favorite podcast, but you're in flow. You're in flow. You're just stacking wins, stacking wins, stacking wins. And this is so important because as we start our days, most of us start our days, and I was here before too, so I know exactly what this is. We start our days on defense. We wake up late. We had intentions on what we wanted to do that morning, but we actually didn't do it. So what we did there, we lost credibility with ourselves. Now we feel bad. So not only are we running late, we got no time to move or no time to think for ourselves or no time to have a quality breakfast. So now we're rushing to work and now you're irritable. Now people that are driving in other cars are making you even more irritable. You see what I mean? And I'm pretty sure that, some of us can relate on that scale because you think about it like you didn't take time for yourself. It's a thing that I think with finances. With finances, I always tell people, and this was the advice I was given to me by my mentors, is to pay yourself first. Don't worry about anything else, pay yourself first. Set your 10, 15, 20% aside, pay yourself first. Invest that, save it, whatever you gotta do, but make sure you take care of yourself first. It's the same thing with the morning routine. Take care of yourself first, because how can you pour from an empty cup? How can you give your family? How can you give your coworkers, your business, anything that you partake in throughout the day? How can you give it your full self if you haven't fed yourself first? And I think a morning routine feeds yourself, not just literally with food, but I mean with development, self-investment, exercise, these things that are going to make you better, make you a better person, make you a better husband, make you a better wife, make you a better coworker, make you a better everything. Yet most of us fail to have a morning routine. And this is essential to your success. And I want us to really understand how important this is. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna break your morning routine down into 3 segments, okay? These segments may vary based on your religion, based on, how you see the world. It doesn't really matter as long as you, dictate, hey, I need to do something of this sort. So first, I wanna start off with mindfulness. I'm a very spiritual person. I like to meditate and I like to have guided meditations. You can find the guided meditation on YouTube. I use the Calm app. I'll link it in the notes if you guys are interested in that. And there are people on there that give guided meditation, same thing for YouTube, where people guide you through different obstacles or different perspectives on your day. You'll find meditations from 7 minutes to 20 minutes. Doesn't really matter. Pick one that fits your time. I usually start off with the 7 to 10 minute timer because it's easier to consume and I'm still developing my meditation journey to last longer. So this is just where I am right now. But you have to start your day off with mindfulness. And that's the ability to sit, evaluate, and clear your mind. And it's a more spiritual, more deepening level. To where hey, nothing else matters in this moment but me and how I'm going to approach my day. So imagine waking up late, like I mentioned before, and you're rushing. You have no time to feed yourself development. You have no time to feed yourself perspective. You're taking all of the baggage and all of the bullshit that yesterday had, and you're bringing it into today. And like that's not fair to one, the people around you, but more importantly, it's not fair to yourself, because every day should be a reset. Every day should be seen as a new day, a new opportunity, another chance to make a chance. These days we can't take for granted because they are not promised to us. So step one is to start with mindfulness. All right, step two is to start with some sort of movement or exercise. So in the mornings, and again, you can use this as your base, or you can just switch it up and do something different. When I wake up in the morning, after I handle the mindfulness part, I like to get some sort of exercise in just to boost my endorphins really quick. I'll also get a workout in later in the day, which is more of my real workout, but this is just to uplift me, change my mood, get me in a better mindset. And so what I do is I do 50 push-ups, 50 pull-ups, and I do cardio for 3 minutes. So it's no more than 10, 15 minutes at times, depending on how slow I'm going with the push-ups or pull-ups, but it shouldn't take you long. You can pick different exercises. You can pick anything you would want to do. I don't care if you do a 5-minute yoga routine from a YouTube video. You need to just get moving. When we get moving, our body releases these endorphins. Now, endorphins help us naturally feel more clear-headed and actually boost our mood. So imagine you start with your mindfulness and then you have your exercise. You've boosted your mental and you boosted your physical. So you're already on a head start for the day. So not only are you feeling good from a head space, you're also feeling good from a physical body space, all right, which is the two elements that we use most throughout the day. And so that's why I always encourage people, get some form of exercise or movement in. Some people may have more time than others, and hey, if you do in the morning, that's great. But even if you have 10 minutes, you can get something in. You can get some kind of activity and get moving. The key is you need to make it consistent, and you need to make it something that is doable for you. Don't try to do so much. And remember, this is the morning time, so you're still waking up. So, have some grace for yourself, but also know yourself as well, and start slow. And then as time goes on and you get used to that routine, maybe you can switch it up and make it more difficult. But exercise would be the second thing that I would recommend that you focus on. And the last segment that I encourage people to focus on, and it could be 3 different things in a sense. It can be journaling, it can be reading a book, or it can be listening to an audible of something that is personal development. The reason why I like to choose one of the 3 is because each day it could be different. Some days I don't feel like writing, some days I don't feel like reading. So I tried to create 3 alternate options for me, but regardless of whatever those alternate options are, they're feeding into the development of myself. So I'll pick a topic that day. It can be time management. It can be journaling about what I'm grateful for. It can be listening to an audible book on business. You decide what that is, but what this is doing for you, this particular section, is feeding your brain information or reflecting on information that is going to help you get further in your endeavors throughout the day. So let's say if you're going through something and you want to just evaluate it, I think writing it down is amazing. Whether that's, you're going through a difficult time with your job, relationships, health, whatever the case may be, perfect. All right. Maybe, you're an entrepreneur and, you want to learn more things. So listen to an audible book or something on YouTube. Again, YouTube is actually a great resource. It's really an all around resource because they have books on there as well that you can listen to the author recite the book. And so I'll take a business concept and listen to that. Or, I'll read a book that I'm interested in if I have a little longer that morning, because there's nothing like actually reading the pages. And there's a emotional and physical connection to when you actually are flipping pages or you're actually writing in something. So this section of the day is so important, and it's great to have it after you've boosted your endorphins with the physical exercise and after you've actually developed a clear mind with the mindfulness. And so that's why it's so important to end that morning routine with something like this, because not only did we feed our brain, not only did we move our bodies, now we're preparing ourselves to be the most optimal in our everyday life. And that is the morning routine, or a structure that you can follow for a morning routine. Don't get caught on copying exactly what I'm saying. Don't get caught on trying to do more than what I'm saying as well. I would always say the less things, the better, but at least in these three categories. One thing that would hinder me in the past is that like I would always get down on myself if I couldn't, fit so much things into it. And I want you to know, like, don't do that to yourself. Don't stress yourself out about, what you can't get in. Keep it very, very simple. Like I would say this morning routine takes me no longer than 30 minutes in the morning. And you want to keep it simple like that. One, because each of us may have different responsibilities that we have to adhere to outside of just us, like kids or, opening a business really, really early in the morning or whatever the case may be. So you want to keep it relatively short, but you want it to be something that you can repeat each day. That's the most important thing. So I don't care if you, move for 2 minutes, you do a meditation for 5 minutes, and you journal for 3 minutes. If that's what you can get in, and if that's something that you can repeat each and every day, then that's what I would want you to do, because what you're going to do by doing this every day or Monday through Friday or whatever the case may be is you're going to build credibility with yourself. And that's the key to building confidence. Once you build credibility with yourself, once you know deep down, like, hey, I'm doing something that I said I would do, and I'm going to do it over and over and over again, you build a confidence in who you are becoming. And so when we don't do the thing that we promised ourselves we would do, that's when we lose credibility. So in the beginning, keep it simple so you can gain that credibility. You want to stack those wins before the outside world enforces on you. All right? So once again, this is your boy Pat with Lab 243. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button, please. We appreciate it. Another opportunity, another great chance for us to get free content out to you guys, and hit that like. Please share this with your family and friends if you feel like this would be a help. And I will see you soon. Peace. Bye.